Meowdy, and welcome back to the Evan and Ruby Show. It's actually not the Ruby Show, but she plopped down here. I wanted to get her in the camera angle since I am officially back on the YouTube. It's a good thumbnail, get people clicking. Oh, look, a cute dog. Saying the Evan and Ruby Show, y'all used to play Webkins? This is such a weird start to the podcast. 30 seconds in, and I'm calling myself out for playing Webkins. Don't actually called me out for that at my wedding. Anywho, that's besides the point. There's a show, like you could play games and you could watch like movies. There's a show called like The Monkey and Monkey Show, I'm pretty sure. It's actually pretty quality entertainment. I wonder if I could find that on YouTube. Shout out Webkins, dude. I wonder if I still have any alive. I feel like that was a rumor where they like air quote die, but I swear I logged in the other year and just wasn't the same. Like Fortnite's a game that I've played since like freshman year of college, and it literally has remained like kind of unchanged, like the basics of it. So you still play it no matter if it's gone downhill or not. Whereas Webkins have just like royally screwed it up. So like everybody who's played it as kids who's now in their like 20s and 30s, they ain't never going back. I mean, maybe that's like how adulting works. I'm going to stop talking about Webkins. I got a fire episode for you guys. Like, so fire. I pumped out 2 episodes last week, and I've been so excited to deliver this one that, like, I just have to record it and get it out there. Like, I do this podcast for, yes, me, but more or less for you. This is all about you guys. I got a audience participation question to start off the podcast today. So, little backstory. If you have not listened to the Evan and Jake Yeager podcast, the newest one, I released it on my birthday, like a birthday special podcast. It was released Sunday. And honestly, like the feedback I've gotten so far, it's been one person, but like he said it was honestly one of the best podcasts I've done so far. And it got me thinking, what do you guys think outside of this newest one then would be the best podcast I've done so far? Me personally, I think, honestly, it'd be my second or third one. Evan Ranks' the 1924 Winter Olympics is low-key kind of iconic. And then Evan Ranks' college experience is just like a good pod, in my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you think my best podcast is. Maybe that gives me some ideas. Maybe that helps me with structure, content, you name it. But I'm just curious. Anywho, I got a lot of content to cover in this podcast, and I'm going to jump right into it. A lot of this is like, it's not stolen content, but like the ideas behind it. Oh, sugar plums. I didn't turn off the oven. Let's unplug my computer, carry this over there, and turn it off so I'm not just like leaving you guys in silence. I swear, dude, this new oven is just like kind of crazy. I feel like the oven is difficult to turn off. The washer is difficult to start. Maybe I just like don't know how to use appliances, but I've been struggling recently. Anywho, I got this stuff like a lot of it's like so Barstool has like a thing called like brackets where they like make brackets. And I got a lot of like ideas for Evan Ranks from those brackets. I don't do Evan Ranks now, but I figured what would be cool is if I did like a hot round of Evan Ranks. You know what I mean? Like a boom, 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 get a handful of them like knocked out. And like, I don't know. It could be really bad. It might not be that enjoyable of a podcast, but I'm excited to do it. So let's start off with something that's not ranking, I guess. This is just cool. I saw Bryce Harper had done it, and I was like, I'm intrigued to see like what I would do for it. So you take edit wheel online. No, I don't want to edit the wheel. So you have like starting pitchers, bullpen pitchers. Do I need something to write down? Let's write this down with. I'm going to write it down. So you have starting pitchers, bullpen, lineup, mascot, ballpark, and then location. This works out well because I actually did a Evan Ranks MLB stadiums, but you don't have to go in any order. It's just depending on how you feel. I feel like my baseball knowledge is kind of up there, so like this could be pretty fun. I have a wheel, so it's spinning now. We have the Milwaukee Brewers. I believe their stadium is, honestly, I don't want to give away the ballpark too early, but actually, this is really weird, but their mascot, I think, is called no, that's the Padres. What's the Brewers mascot? Is that a baseball? Dude, Bernie the Brewer with a hot mustache. All right, all right. Milwaukee's gonna get the mascot. You'll have to look him up. Bernie the Brewer. He's got a handlebar mustache. Kind of looks like the Minnesota Viking, but as a brewer, whatever the heck a brewer is. Ooh, Chicago Cubs. We're gonna take their ballpark. We're gonna take Wrigley Field. So Wrigley Field, but it's not in Chicago. I can choose somewhere else to put it. This is brilliant. I just got the Colorado Rockies. Their team is literally in shambles. So we're gonna take my team, and they're gonna be in Colorado. So you're looking at the Colorado Brewers playing at Wrigley Stadium. So now it's just all on the actual team itself. How do we have a team here? Ooh, the New York Mets. Dude, they're gonna. Nah, that's literally in between the Mets and the Phillies. I wish I got the Phillies. Anywho, we're gonna go with lineup for the Mets. Pete Alonso, Lindor. They just got Soto. Honestly, they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna play like garbage this year. But I think that's just because they spent all their money on a lineup and not on pitching. I also could have done bullpen there with Edwin. The Tejas Rangers. Honestly, let's. All right, I'm gonna. It's kind of illegal to do this, I guess, but I'm gonna spin it. So I have the Rangers, and this is all pitching. It's either the Rangers or the Dodgers. Dang, we're taking the Dodgers starting rotation, and then we're putting Texas as the bullpen. Honestly, this is kind of a fire team. So my starting pitchers are literally stacked. Kershaw, Yamamoto. They just signed Snell. They also Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani if he ever pitches again. Tyler Glasnow. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Dustin May. Oh my gosh, their bullpen is nothing to have on here. Yeah, so Dodgers starters. The bullpen's going to be the Rangers. I don't even want to look up. Don't want to even. Sorry, Emma Rose was texting me. She got some pajamas. Like, that's great. Love that for you. I know Josh Spores is on the Rangers as a bullpen pitcher. So, like, go Who's. The lineup as the Mets. Mascot, Bernie the Brewer. The ballpark's going to be Wrigley, and we're going to be playing in Colorado. It's honestly a pretty stacked little team there. Let's spin. We're going to do. We'll do the NFL. So you have offense, defense, special teams. Got the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are going to be my offense. Josh Allen. Who else we got here? I hope you guys can't hear that noise. It's kind of annoying. The Bucks. Tampa Bay Bucks. That's going to be our location. We're going to play in Tampa Bay. I also could have taken their defense. I feel like their defense isn't awful. Who else we got here? I feel like NFL doesn't have mascots. Ooh, my Ravens. We're gonna take the Ravens defense here. They always have a amazing defense. I would have loved their offense, but hot take of the day. I think I've said this multiple times, but Lamar ain't winning us the Super Bowl. The Vikings. We're gonna take this is crazy. You guys heard that right. I said the Vikings mascot looked like Bernie the Brewer. I actually, this is insane. I have an autograph from the Minnesota Vikings mascot. I mailed them a letter when I was in middle school. I sent it to Sidney Rice. He went to South Carolina. I guess Dylan got me on that bandwagon. He didn't sign anything, but the Minnesota Viking signed something. So he's going to be my mascot. Now we have special teams to round this out. And I guess stadium, but I don't really know too many stadiums. I kind of want Lincoln, the Phillies stadium, just because they have like it's like a sensory room, all inclusive, you know what I mean? San Francisco 49ers. We're going to take the 49ers special teams, and then we're going to hope for the best on stadium to round this out. I swear, dude, I'm going to end up with like stupid Pittsburgh. It's a beautiful stadium, but I don't want Heinz Field. Detroit. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm down for that. Detroit Lions with their little dome. Never have to worry about weather. So to round out my Super Bowl caliber team, we got the Bills offense, the Ravens defense, the 49ers special teams, the Detroit Lions stadium, the Minnesota Vikings mascot, and we will be playing in Tampa Bay. That's honestly perfect. Like fan base wise, maybe I should let's do that NFL spinner wheel. Let's see who we can get for that one. Like it'd be wild if I got the Eagles. The Jacksonville Jaguars fan base. That is absolutely atrocious. We're just going to pretend that I didn't finish that spin. But two really good sports sort of made up teams right there. If you guys like that kind of stuff, I will do more. I find those enjoyable just because it spries my brain mentally. Like I could do all-time players and like spin it for the team and pick a player on that team to make a full roster. Just something for the future maybe. But let's get into the hot ranks. So this is going to be a little bit difficult, but we're going to try it. Sorry, I'm kind of getting over a little bit of a cold. You probably could already hear that, but I'm on the up and up. Been shooting Dayquil and NyQuil like it's a college drug, but you know, it's helpful. Like it's not harmful, it's helpful. It's not like I'm taking like Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca every day to feel better. So the first hot rank is going to be beers, not actual beers, but beer occasions. So number one, and I did some research on this. Number one is going to be the next beer. That is the best beer occasion. The next one. Number two is going to be a free beer. Free beer beats all other beer. Three, the shower beer. Four, I'm going to go tailgate beer, and I'll close it out five with a bonfire beer. Let's do famous fictional characters. This is a little bit difficult. I didn't do too much research on this. It's fictional characters is going to be like actual, it's non-animated, okay? But like that could be Harry Potter, right? It's not Daniel Radcliffe because he's an actor. It's going to be the actual fictional character. I feel like I have to go through with that. Let's start with number five. Number five. Gosh, this is difficult. Let's pull up a bigger list. Top 100 fictional characters. Number five is going to be. I feel like I got to do some. Honestly, let's go with Boba Fett. Or no. Change that. Let's go with the Mandalorian as number five. Number four, I feel like I have to give. This is honestly a super cool character. Never seen this. No, there's not a show for this. Marty McFly is going to be my number four from Back to the Future. He is an absolute dog. Number three, I feel like I'm missing some stuff. This is difficult, dude. Like it doesn't. I should have done a lot more research. Let's keep it going on the hot takes. Number three is going to be Clark Griswold. Little holiday person there for you. Number two, this is tough, man. I'm running out of. I feel like it's got to be. Number one's going to be Thomas Shelby for me. I mean, that's just an easy number one in my opinion. He is my all-time favorite character. I think he's the coolest person in the entire world. Cillian Murphy's the actor for him. It's the Peaky Blinders guy, if that helps. Number two, honestly, I feel like I need to do like a superhero. Number two should be the Flash. I was obsessed with the Flash in Justice League. Granted, that was what was that? That was like an animated show, but the Flash is an actual person. If I'm wrong, I don't like that pick. Actually, let's think of a different number two. Number two is going to go to Happy Gilmore. Let's do that. So Thomas Shelby, Happy Gilmore. Who did I say number three was? Why am I forgetting? Number four was Marty McFly. Number five was The Mandalorian. Who is number three? Oh shoot, dude, Michael Scott's got to be in here. We'll give him. I don't know who number three was, but you just got kicked off for Michael Scott. I can't remember who I chose. That was a good one. Let's do best vegetables of all time. So a little bit of a hack because I looked up the vegetables, but garlic's going to be number one. Garlic is absolutely amazing. It goes in everything. I wouldn't eat it just by itself, but garlic's number one. Let's go with carrots at number two. Been a big carrot guy my entire life. Number three is bell pepper. In college, I actually used to eat them like an apple. I felt like that was going to fix my my unhealthy habits when I was in college. If I just got like a 3-pack of bell peppers and munched on them as a snack. Number four is going to go to the cucumber. I thought this was a fruit, but it is not. And number five, to close it out, let's go with the mushroom. Just said that really weird, but moving back to characters. Excuse me. Let's go with animated characters. Number five. Oof. I'm just gonna do based on what's on this list because there are so many that I could pick from. Number five, let's give to Goofy. Gosh, Goofy. Goofy's a good one, dude. Number five is Goofy. Number four is George Jetson. If you're not familiar with George Jetson, he's from the Jetsons. One summer, I actually threw a rock. We used to have a gravel driveway. I threw a rock and it shattered the back windshield of my grandfather's Cadillac. And I got grounded. My punishment was we were about to pave it. And they made me shovel the gravel driveway into like a giant pile so they could pave it. I think it was just a punishment. I don't think they actually had to make me do that. But the entire summer, I had a VHS tape of the Jetsons movie, and I just watched it on repeat. That was the only thing I did. Shovel gravel and watch George Jetson. Number three, let's give to Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear gets number three. Number two is going to go to Fred Flintstone. I just think he's superior. And I'm going to give a shared number one just because I feel like it's an iconic duo. But Shaggy Rogers and Scooby-Doo are going to be number one. It's going to be my top animated characters. Hot round for popular animals. Got to give number one to the elephant. That is my all-time favorite animal. Number two is going to go to my spirit animal, if you guys remember that podcast, a wolf. Number three is going to go to, I'm trying to think of when I went to the zoo, what I really loved. I honestly really like giraffes as well. Number four, it's got to go to a lemur. How about Zaboomafoo, the ring-tailed lemur? I think I meant to say monkey, but that, why the hell? This list has a largemouth bass on it. That's so weird. Yeah, y'all, my favorite animals are largemouth bass. Honestly, close it out with number five. I'm going to give to the bald eagle. I'm a big bird guy, honestly. That's a pretty good one. Last but not least, I might even have another ranking here, but places to visit around the world. Excuse me. Number five, somewhere that automatically gets stuck in my head is Machu Picchu. I don't know why, but that's number five. Number four is going to be the Great Barrier Reef. Number three, I think that's in Australia, right? Yeah, so we could say the Great Barrier Reef, aka Australia. Number three, we will give to, oh goodness. Let's give it to Ireland. I really want to go there. Number two, I've heard really good things about this place, and it's kind of where I want to go on our honeymoon. Say Greece, and then number one, just for the sheer fact of the matter that I am a freaking German person in love with Germany and their history. Germany's going to be number one. I have family there too. Like, it only makes sense. Let's give you one more just because I have it all on my phone already. I don't have it on my phone already. That's hilarious. Okay. This is like recent, but which regular activity should be an Olympic sport? I have 12 of them here, and I'll give you my top five. I'll read them all to you first, actually. Carrying grocery bags, Halo 3 tourney, who can fall asleep the fastest. This is inappropriate, but hog cranking, aka beating your meat, hot dog eating, hide and seek, poker, lawn mowing, furniture building, a vision competition, untangling, that's like survivor esque, parallel parking, car touching competition, Jenga, mini golf, and stopping the gas pump. Dude, this is stopping the gas pump has got to be number five. It's super basic, but like we all do it. We all know we do it. I try every single time. Number four, I'm going to give the lawn mowing. Who can have the best lawn mowing design? Number three, this is for the Summer Olympics only, but I used to go to Virginia Beach yearly for the Neptune Festival, and they had a sandcastle competition. I think that is pretty freaking sick. I saw some cool stuff being made out of just sand. So three is going to be sandcastle competition. Number two, let's give to hide and seek. And just for the aesthetic of, I know all of us males, and as a kid, mom goes, help me with the groceries. You're like, I'm in the middle of a COD game. Like, I can't pause this. You try to carry as many groceries as possible. Half the time it works out great. The other half it doesn't. I want to see carrying the groceries as an Olympic sport as well. Dude, that's going to be the entire podcast. Like, what a wild podcast that was. I hope it hits. It might be absolutely atrocious, but honestly, I feel like time flew when I was doing this podcast, and this is going to be like a superior one. Maybe I can elaborate more on some of those other, I don't know, categories, just because there are so many, and I swear I need to do my research. Otherwise, like, I just pulled them from the Wikipedia list, and that doesn't have half of the amazing characters that I probably know and love. But let's close it out here. I heard Emma Rose's electronic hover vehicle pull into the driveway, so I'm going to help her with the groceries and all the other stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget audience participation, and me outie.